The meeting is now called to order. Sorry about that. Roll call, Mr. Shapiro. These are new.
All members are present.
They're working on our microphones and making us live soon, so they're a little touchy.
Everyone's here.
Everyone's here. Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. While Dr. Beresford is moving down to get ready for presentations, we're going to start something new for our board meetings. We're going to read our mission statement. Carmel Clay Schools will provide opportunities for all students to realize their potential in an ever-changing world. First up with presentations, we have perfect ACT scores. And so we will have Dr. Ferris. Sorry, it goes wrong.
I feel special that I'm first here, so I am not Dr. Ferris. My name is Kevin McDonough. I'm the Director of Counseling at the high school, and I'm very honored to be here tonight. Want to talk a little bit about the ACT test. So, as many of you may know, the ACT is one of the standardized exams that many students choose to take for college admissions purposes. The test assesses skills in English, math, reading, and science with an optional writing section. Each section is scored from a 1 to 36, with the composite score being the average of those 4 subject scores. The ACT does not release specific data on the number of perfect composite scores per graduating class. However, approximately only 0.19% to 0.22% of all test takers achieve a perfect score of a 36. I am proud to recognize the 5 students from Carmel High School's class of 2025 that achieved this perfect composite score of 36 on the ACT and fall within this top 0.2% of all test takers. So if you'd please come forward as I read your name, I will give a hand of applause here. So our first graduating senior is Rohan Busole. Here. Looks like he's here. Okay, Henry Joliet. Yeah, Henry was one of my students the past couple years, so I had to shake his hand. Anna Liao. Ashley Paul. And Cole Turbush. I can also confirm these 5 tests were taken on 5 different test dates. So there's no collaboration amongst the 5 of them. Okay, congratulations, guys.
Next up, we will recognize the Carmel High School students from the Highlight, the Pinnacle, WHJE, and CHTV. Mrs. Ramos.
Hi, this is one of my favorite nights of the year. Thank you so much for having us. This is always such a pleasure and an honor to be recognized by the board and our top administrators, the doctors, if you will. So good evening, and I have to say first that our teachers for our programs are an amazing bunch of people. If you are unfamiliar with the Greyhound Media Network, it is comprised of a 550-page full color book for your book. We also have a completely online highlight newspaper, which is constantly being updated and full of great media. We have a full-fledged radio station, 91.3 WHJE, the voice of the hounds. And also CHTV, of course. So if you're not familiar with any of those programs, please do take a look. But thank you to the amazing teachers who make those programs a reality every single day. It's a lot of work. And you'll hear from these individual teachers as they introduce their students in just a moment to recognize all of the accomplishments of our amazing students who are the next people that I want to kind of say thank you to. You guys are just amazing, our students of the Greyhound Media Network. And they are a family, without a doubt, which leads me to their parents and their caretakers, because without all of you, we wouldn't have these phenomenal students. In the beginning, the students have to get driven everywhere, that freshman year and sophomore year, and you get to cart them all over. And so we want to thank you for the time that you've invested in our students as well. So thank you to our parents. Some of our students are going to be going on to some phenomenal media programs like the Cronkite School for Journalism, New York, different places. So it's just going to be an amazing group of students that you're going to hear about tonight. Again, our teachers will start us off, and the first one that, oh, wait a second, how could I forget? Mr. Brad Seaver and Mrs. Ramona Rice, thank you so much. These are my colleagues that oversee our department, so thank you for everything that you do. So first up is Claire Burke with Pinnacle Yearbook.
Okay, all right. Good evening to Dr. Beresford and the board. Thank you for having us this evening and allowing us to recognize the outstanding work done by the Pinnacle Yearbook staff this year. The Pinnacle enjoyed another truly memorable year. The 2024 yearbook was named a Hoosier Star winner from the Indiana High School Press Association. For those of you who are unfamiliar, that's like winning a state journalism championship. So very proud of that achievement. The 2024 book was also critiqued by the National Scholastic Press Association, received a first-class rating. I think it's safe to say that the staff is being recognized on the state and national level for their professionalism and hard work. Additionally, 2 current staffers won a Harvey Award from IHSPA for their work in the 2024 yearbook's People section. These 2 were section editors during their junior year on the People section, which includes all those amazing, we call them mug shots, student portraits for all 5,000 students and 600 staff, plus a little bit of coverage of individuals. So these 2 were named along with their co-editor from the previous year who graduated last year as first in their category of yearbook album for Division 3. It's Emma Harbour and Juhi Tiagi. I don't know if they're here. Finally, we would like to recognize the following senior editors who have served for multiple years on the Pinnacle staff. This group of students began its yearbook journey during 21-22. They've created 2 Hoosier Star winning yearbooks, and another that they've been a part of has been a finalist. We're hoping for the same result when this book comes out in just a few weeks. Not only all of that, not only are they winning awards, but they're creating, selling, distributing that 550-page full-color book that Mrs. Ramos referenced earlier. And then we're distributing over 3,000 copies of that to the school community over the course of 4 days. It's the best week of the year. They're truly the best of the best. With 3 years of experience on the Pinnacle staff, we recognize John Biavula, People Editor. Ellery Britton, Editor-in-Chief. Mason Bussey, Reference Editor. Emma Harbour, Senior Ads Editor. Lena Liu, Editor-in-Chief. Anda Parashivu, reference editor. Anna Peck, managing editor. Anne Marie Rowe, sports editor. Juhi Tiagi, managing editor. Andriana Van Hoot Reed, reference editor. We also recognize our photo manager, Dean Snowpeck, for his 2 years of service to the Pinnacle staff. I just want to say thank you and congratulations to these incredible journalists. You make my job easy, and thank you for being just absolutely the best of the best.
Next up, we have Jim Streisel, the advisor for the highlight.
Thank you all so much for this opportunity to recognize some outstanding students. My name is Jim Streisel, and I am the advisor of the Highlight News staff at Carmel High School. It is my privilege to recognize the Highlight staff for an incredibly successful year, earning top honors in both state and national competitions. The first award comes from the Indiana High School Press Association, where the Highlight earned its 4th consecutive IHSPA Hoosier Star Award for websites. The Hoosier Star, as Ms. Burke mentioned, is the IHSPA's highest honor and is akin to a state championship in athletics. Of note, both the Highlight and the IHSPA have made some changes over the years. In 2021, the IHSPA began recognizing websites in their own category, and in 2022, the Highlight moved fully online. Given that, the Highlight has actually been named a Hoosier Star finalist for 23 consecutive years, earning a Hoosier Star Award in a combination of web and print 19 times. The second award comes from the Columbia Scholastic Press Association. This year, the Highlight earned its 2nd consecutive Gold Crown, the CSPA's highest honor. This marks the 9th Gold Crown for the Highlight in the past 13 years. The Highlight's 3rd award comes from the National Scholastic Press Association, where the Highlight has been named a Pacemaker finalist in the website category. The NSPA Pacemaker is often called the Pulitzer Prize of Scholastic Journalism because of its prestige, and this year marks the 8th consecutive year for the Highlight to earn finalist status, with the team going on to win a Pacemaker Award in 6 of those years. But this year's competition is not yet complete. The NSPA will announce Pacemaker winners at its semi-annual convention next week in Seattle. So I'll keep you updated. And with that, it is my honor to recognize the Highlight senior management team, which is here on behalf of our more than 50-member Highlight News staff. First, we have our managing editors going to Indiana University in the fall, Caitlin Folman. As yet plans undecided, we have Roman Graylock. Attending Purdue University this fall, Jenny Lee. Heading to Emerson, we have Nora Mariano. Attending IU this fall, Chase Thorpe. And this year's co-editors-in-chief, first going to IU this fall is Ayan Nadim. And finally, attending the University of Chicago, we have Helena Wang. Thank you again for allowing us to recognize such outstanding young people.
Look out, ladies swim team, we're coming for you at the highlight. It's gonna happen. Okay, next up for CHTV, we have Brandy Stojic.
Hello. Thank you to the board and to Mr. Seaver, Ms. Rice, Ms. Ramos for all of your help this year and for the time to honor all of our students. Like she said, my name is Brandy Stojic. I am the advisor for CHTV. This year started a little different for our station. Our control room underwent a massive renovation, which moved us out of our studio and classroom for the first semester. And our crew found a new home in the library, which I'm sure really excited everyone there. The students, though, really persevered. We immediately started to plan different ways to broadcast, and the ever-popular E-show was brought out of retirement from COVID, and so we were able to stay connected with everyone while we were not able to go live. But I'm happy to say that we are back live on air, and we recently just celebrated our 1,000th video on YouTube, which is a pretty huge undertaking. So between live shows in our new control room, live games, which we're back on the air there as well, other events, produced content, our website and social media, we are bigger and better than ever before. So first up, we have several first place national awards at the 2024 Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Awards, which are in New York City in March. Hundreds of high school and college students attend this conference, which is right in Midtown. So the students get to attend sessions on media and script writing, and they also get to experience a little New York life. We went to Broadway and to the Statue of Liberty, so it was a great event. So we would like to honor these students for their achievements. So first up, Addie Madril, Caroline Petrie, Coyer Paradise, Noah Bedoris, Andrew Wheatsing, Brendan Melby, Eli Penquite, Sayla Kirby, Brenna Markland, Coral Tritola, Aiden Varenkamp, Dylan DeLeese, and Ava Lau. And then as far as the state competition, we attended the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters in Indianapolis, and this is a notoriously tough contest, and we are proud that we placed in several categories. Many of these students up here also placed, but our first place winners took home awards for Best Motion Graphics, Best Music Video, and Best Short Film. So first up, we have Isaiah Henderson, and Jessica Din. And then finally, before I hand it off to radio, both CHTV and WHJE were happy to share the first place award for emerging media at IASB for the second year in a row. So I have, from TV, we have Cole Dangler and Isatu Diata for CHTV to accept this. And for radio,
Okay, hold on to your seats. Here comes our WHJE advisor, Dominic James.
Good evening. Thank you ever so much for having us. We love being here every year, but I love being here as well. I absolutely love my job. Not only do I get to work at Carmel, which is an astonishing place. I've worked in many high schools and I've had many different roles, but this is probably my favorite role of them all. I really love being here. I work with phenomenal students. There are so many of them here tonight. Because they've won so many awards, but also because they are part of this WHJ family, and they just turn up at weekends, during the holidays, in the evenings, for all kinds of events. It's not surprising they do so well, and they produce such astonishing work. Despite the fact that, like TV, we had problems at the beginning of the year with our new studios being put in, but despite that, we work in a tiny little recording studio for our live studio. They still produce phenomenal work and produced so many winning entries in both the national and the state competition. And I'm so proud that they put those kind of setbacks behind them and still managed to push on and create great work. Also, something that we have a very strong relationship with the CHTV. We went with them to New York, as Mrs. O just talked about. But next year, we're combining much more with TV and with Highlight and with Pinnacle in our first year course. And we're actually really looking forward to that. Very exciting. So we're looking forward to getting those bonds even stronger. Anyway, let's move on. Let's give things out to people. I think, are these both ISB and IBS at the same time? Okay, so these are IBS awards. These are the national awards. First of all, Paulina Arana. Bella Bixler. Calvin Christian. Ella De Geronimo. Tegan Duke. Andrew Garrison. I'm sure that's right, yes. I don't think Ava Hellman's here, is she? But round of applause for Ava anyway. Nor is Teague Holt. And if you've not listened to Teague Holt's music, you should listen to him. Just hit him up on Spotify. He is a phenomenal young musician. Claire Hestel. Chloe Jones. Hudson Kirsch. Max Light. MJ Martell. Leah Mackay. Josh Melby. JT Moore, who I don't think is here tonight. Josh Ott. Izzy Paul. They're not here. No, she's not here. Sorry. Liana Romero, she's not here also. Chloe Spencer. Franklin Vertis. and Mitchell Wexler. We'd just like to add, oh, so small there? No, we'd just like to add that very many of these students have won multiple national and state awards. Some of them 4 or 5, or some even 7, I think, one of the people standing here, which is amazing. We were beaten into second place, unfortunately, for the state competition this year by our old rivals Homestead, and we've been knocked off the perch for being the high school station of the nation this year. However, we did win more individual awards than any other high school, so we can take away that as well. But thank you very much.
Can I brag on one of our students for just a minute? So we were at a conference, and this gentleman was speaking, and he is a broadcaster, a very famous broadcaster. And one of our students raised his hand with a question, and that famous broadcaster said, "Hey, are you so-and-so from Carmel High School?" True story. I watched it with my own eyes. It was amazing. "I know I need to get together with you later on today," that guy said. So congratulations.
And parents, we'll take a quick break after this. If you've been recognized already, you guys can step out after this. All right, again, for parents and students who've already been recognized, there's a backdrop out in the lobby if you want to take pictures, and we'll take a short break so that you can scoot out there and get your pictures in.
Oh, yeah, you guys. How you doing? Yes, sir. Yeah, your picture's still on the website. Oh, is it? Oh, that's right. That's with the old press box. Yeah.
Comment this evening, and typically, per our board bylaws, our speakers are placed into Group 1 and Group 2. This evening, we have a speaker from Group 1, which is CCS students, parents and guardians, employees, and Carmel residents. And this evening, since it is a workshop meeting, comments at this meeting have to be on agenda items. As a reminder, participants must be recognized by the presiding officer and must preface their comments by an announcement of their name and group affiliation, if applicable. Comments may not reference specific corporation employees, patrons, or students. Comments shall be directed to the board. No person may address or question individual board members. The school board will not act on or respond to questions or comments made during public comment, but will take them under advisement. This evening, our speaker is Greg Klopstad, and you have 3 minutes you'll be able to see your timer. Thank you.
I'm back from January, and I took your mission statement about opportunities for full potential. And my daughter graduated 2 years ago, and I figured out roughly she spent 5,000 hours in the classroom, about 2,500 hours running, and she was in the pilot program of the internships, and they did about 100 hours. So I have a program that I've been working on for 10 years. I met Dr. Beresford 5 years ago in his office, and it's now time to do it. And Carmel's won a lot of, almost 200 state championships. With this program, it could easily be #1 in the country and probably the world. And I'd like to get a chance to follow up on that, but I'm done. I did that. Give you 2 minutes back. Thanks.
Thank you very much for coming out this evening. Up next, we have our consent items. So on our consent agenda, we have personnel reports, claims, and payroll. And to remind everyone watching, the consent items are the business parts of our meeting that we group together for efficiency, so we can approve them in a single motion. Do I have a motion to approve the consent items this evening?
I move that we approve the consent items.
Thank you, Greg. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? We will now take a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries 5-0. And then up next, we have our very exciting workshop topic on Polytechnic. Dr. Dudley.
Thank you. So this evening, we're excited to bring many of our students here and teachers and department chairs to share more information about the CHS Polytechnic program at the high school. And this evening, you're just going to get a little taste, literally, of some of the things that happen at the high school and the great pathways that they have. So I'm going to start with introducing Mrs. Amanda Hoagland. Mrs. Hoagland is one of our assistant directors of curriculum, and she works with our high school very closely on the curriculum, training, and support for our Polytechnic program. So, Mrs. Hoagland.
Great. Thank you so much for having us tonight. With me, I have Ramona Rice. She's an assistant director of curriculum, and Brad Seaver. He's assistant principal at Carmel High School. And together, we support the 5 departments that make up Polytechnic. And again, we are just so excited to showcase for you tonight all the things that our students are learning. And we'll start with a little history. Back in 2023, we gathered a group of CTE teachers together and researched best practices. We also came together to develop this vision and mission statement that you see before you. The vision being connecting students to their future. And that's exactly what we aim to do in Polytechnic, is to help students connect with their unique future goals. And without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Brad Seaver so he can talk to you further about Polytechnic.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. So on the screen, you can see next year at Carmel High School, we're going to offer 35 different career pathway opportunities for students. And the majority of those career pathway opportunities are through our Polytechnic department. You can see, based on this slide, the little parchment indicator means that those career pathways, students have the opportunity to earn an industry certification, and then the various career pathways also, many are aligned with dual credit programs. And you'll have a chance to get up close and personal with some of the students and teachers involved directly in these pathways just a little bit later. So as you may know, as these career pathways work, students begin a career pathway with a principles course. So that is the first course in the 3-course sequence. And then if they decide, hey, this is something I'm really interested in, they move on into the 2nd-year course, which is known as Concentrator A, and then the 3rd-year course is Concentrator B. Once they've completed this 3-year course sequence, then they have completed their career pathway. But if they're interested in pursuing a work-based learning opportunity, that internship opportunity, then they have met the prerequisites and they can participate in the capstone course, which is the Indiana course title for our work-based learning and our internship programs. You can see based on this graphic that our work-based learning numbers have grown significantly just in the last couple of years. In 2023, we had 57 students that were involved in our work-based learning program. Next year, as of today, we have 215 students that have signed up for course requests to participate as a 12th grader in our work-based learning internship program. So the work-based learning coordinators, Mr. Reed and Mr. Drew, are working very hard to solidify those placements. Here are just a few highlights of students involved. You probably know that when we talk about work-based learning, it's such an array of experiences. You can see, Colin is in computer science, and he is doing an internship with Thrive Orthopedic to streamline some of their processes. Nora has an internship with Invest Hamilton County and Mike Thibodeau in his office, and she works to promote marketing for Invest Hamilton County. Ethan works as a software engineer and cybersecurity intern at Brightworks. And then you're actually going to get to hear from Fernando today. He's going to be at Station 2. He is doing work-based learning in automotive. So excited for you to kind of get to talk with him and field questions. But just an array of experiences that students are getting based on their interests. Also, I think it's important to note that when we talk about the Polytechnic department, we're really talking also about a lot of co-curricular opportunities for students. So I just wanted to make sure that we highlighted those. You're going to hear from some DECA students and our DECA advisor, Jacob Goodman. They're going to be at one of the stations. But, we have over 600 students that participate in DECA, affiliated with our business department, and definitely award-winning. Also FCCLA in our Family Consumer Science area. We have over 45 members in FCCLA. We also have about 60 students that participate in Cyber Patriots. And again, they have received accolades. We have students that participate in mock trial, over 20. And then you just basically met the entire broadcasting team and everyone, really affiliated that won those awards with the Greyhound Media Network. I'm very excited to announce, you probably saw on social media over spring break, Tech Hounds became state champs, and that involves over 140 students. Mr. Griggs, Mr. Schwartzendruber have really developed and grown that program and created kind of a junior varsity team to just instill and cultivate growth and interest. So very exciting co-curricular and extracurricular opportunities. Just have to throw in a few pictures. You can see students winning awards, participating in these activities. And it's just exciting to be a part of the Polytechnic department because it's not just about the success in the academics, but also exposing students to real-world experiences and opportunities outside of the classroom to showcase those passion and interests. We also, right before spring break, one of my favorite events of the year, since the Polytechnic department truly is an integration of various career fields and areas, we hosted an event at Cohatch right downtown where we celebrated student work in culinary arts and in fashion and of course in the visual arts. And it was just it's a really great event to truly integrate these Polytechnic areas. I do have to introduce and highlight the leaders in each of these areas. You've already met Terry Ramos. She oversees the communications department. Nancy Spencer oversees business and family consumer science. Jen Bupp oversees art. Sid Schwartzendruber, engineering and technology. And then, of course, Amanda and Ramona, just instrumental in developing the curriculum and just work very hard as some of these programs are new. We're adding new courses, and they're always on top and helping us curriculum map and get the resources that we need for these areas. So with that, similar to last month with the science stations, it's going to be kind of a similar format. We have here Station 1 is going to be culinary and DECA. You'll have an opportunity to talk with some of the students and the teachers related to those areas. Station 2, that middle table, that's automotive and work-based learning. As I mentioned, Fernando's going to be one of the students there. He'll be able to field questions about his work-based learning experience. And then Station 3 is going to be Greyhound Media Network and digital design. So the teachers in those areas, we're going to have Mr. Goodman with DECA, Mr. Young with Culinary Arts. We're going to have Mr. Jones and Mr. Schwartzendruber at that middle table. And then I think the whole crew, we got Mrs. Stojic, Mr. James for Graham Media Network, and then, of course, Mr. Cerencioni for digital design. So we thought about 7 minutes at each station, and, just feel free to sample the food, see how well you can charge a battery, enjoy the art, and learn about our programs with Greyhound Media Network, ask questions to the teachers and students. And we'll do 7-minute rotations. I will keep time, and here's how we'll start out. So, students and teachers, if you want to go ahead and take your places. Okay, 7 minutes for Station 1, starting now. So just in closing on this portion, just thank you so much. Um, just so thankful for our teachers that were here tonight. Mr. James, Mr. Cirencioni, Mr. Jones, Mr. Goodman, Mrs. Ostojic, our department chairs, Mrs. Spencer, Chef Young, Terry Ramos, Mrs. Bupp. And students, thanks again so much for coming and presenting and sharing your passions with the school board tonight. It's just a real honor and pleasure to be able to work with you all. So thank you.
Thank you so much to all the students and staff for coming out this evening. That was wonderful. We appreciate you. Mr. Shapiro says to leave the cake pops here. Up next, we have Dr. Beresford's report.
It's kind of hard to follow all that, to be real honest with you. What a wonderful evening. I understand that if you need to roll on, and you can watch this on video, maybe on CHTV or something. But tonight, I am representing the Rockets of Smoky Row Elementary School, and I have the actual spirit stick right here from the Rockets of Smoky Row. So I wanted to make sure that you can kind of take that around a bit. But I wanted to a big shout out to Rocket Town leaders, Principal Lila J., Assistant Principal Emily Supergan, and their soon-to-be Dr. J. and Dr. Supergan, because both are finishing their doctoral degrees. And also as well, I wanted to do a shout out for their amazing staff, supportive, engaged parents, and of course, their incredible students. And finally, Jim Dandy reminded me when I dropped him up at home this afternoon that we should also do a shout out for Max, their school therapy dog, who's a very good dog and super cool and is making a positive difference at Smoky Row. So Carmel clap for the Rockets of Smoky Row Elementary. Very well done. I wanted to share that the Carmel High School World Winter Guard coming off of their recent Indiana State Championship. They did 3 incredible performances at the Winter Guard World Championships, and that was held over spring break. And they finished as the silver medalist in the world. It's the 13th time in the last 14 years that they medaled at the World Championships. So their production was called Hush, and it used Eric Whittaker's choral setting of the children's book, Goodnight Moon. So I don't know about you, but I read Goodnight Moon to my 3 kids about 1 million times, and it was musically just fantastic. It's been posted on social media. There's a link to it, and if you want to be inspired and have your heart full, watch the performance of our World Winter Guard. It is just an amazing thing. So congratulations on that incredible performance. Also wanted to share that the Carmel High School Science Olympiad placed first in the state, qualifying for the national tournament that will be held at the University of Nebraska this year in Lincoln. The team placed first in 11 categories, and here's some of the categories: electric vehicles, robot tour, wind power, diesel detectives. I think I even have some more, but just crazy different pieces. We also had 4 people. We were second in 4 events, and we had 4 third-place finishers in all these various categories. So there were 6 different categories, and we had kids in each one of them. And when they added it all up, we were the state champs. So I'm very proud of our super science kids, and then so what a wide variety of science that they were so successful in. And we already heard tonight the Tech Hounds won state championship. So watch out, world. The Tech Hounds are on their way. And so I wanted to just do a shout out for them. My next item is not quite as much fun because I wanted to share a legislative update, kind of hot off the press. So the 2 most important bills impacting Carmel Clay Schools is the school funding bill and then the property tax relief bill. And that property tax relief bill ended up being a mashup of Senate Bill 1 of House Bill 1402, which were both tax property bills. And then they mashed in another bill that was Senate Bill 518 that addresses referendum fund sharing for public schools to share funds with charter schools. Now, the final budget was not very favorable in its current iteration to Carmel Clay Schools. Mr. McMichael provided an analysis of the impact on Carmel Clay Schools. Appreciate that, Roger. So after you take textbook rental and materials money out of the total funding that Carmel Clay will receive, and if you use our actual enrollment numbers, we estimate that we're going to receive 2.3% in additional funds, 1.1% of additional funds for the next year in 2006 and 2007. The previous version of the bill, we were going to get 2.5 each year, a total of 5%. So it actually it got worse. With this funding, we would most likely, I won't say most likely, possibly, we'll be able to cover insurance increases and possibly the incremental pay that our teachers get. But as far as a percentage raise for everybody, we wouldn't be able to fund it through that amount. We do have a chance that if our referendum fund increases like up to 4% increase, we could maybe offer 1% raise. So right now, in its current iteration, that's pretty, it's just not favorable to us, and a lot of districts are going to have a difficult time making that work to get any kind of meaningful raise for staff. Which is really tough when we look at a teacher shortage and really non-certified shortage as well. So that's a tough one. The most recent property tax bill, and this is all based on the information we received. So Roger hasn't had a chance to go through and see the specific impact of Carmel Clay schools. But what I was told was that we will receive small gains in property tax, so it'd be 1% in 2026, which is about $1 million and some change, and that is $5,351,800 less than what we would have received under the current law. In 2027, we would receive a 2.3% increase, which is about $2.3 million. And that is $8,244,240 less than we would have received with the current law that we have right now. In 2028, we would receive 1.8%, or about $2 million, which is $11,686,170 less than we would have received under the current law. So overall, over the 3 years, and this would be potential funding, we would lose $22,229,605 of potential funding from property taxes over the next 3 years. Now, all of these estimates are based off of the Legislative Service Agency, LSA, and they are a nonpartisan service that tries to does all the runs to try to determine what the law as written, what the actual impact will be money-wise. So again, that is just what we've been told. We have not had the time to really mesh, to do that specific to our, to our school district. But it's going to be difficult. And that actually, the property tax bill was passed by the Senate and was signed by the governor today, I believe. So that one is done, and the funding formula, we'll have to find out how that goes. So that was kind of the good news, bad news of my report. But I do have a bell ringer, and my bell ringer is 2 observations, and we have not met since before spring break, and we had a big storm on Wednesday night before the last day of school before break. And when I got back, I observed the cleanup from the damages from the April 2nd tornado and high winds that hit our neighborhoods, really in a pretty straight diagonal line from the south border of Carmel to the northeast. And it's a pretty defined just line of damage. And how it was just a miracle that no one was hurt in any of that. It was also incredible the way the city helped those who were affected by setting up cleanup to help them clean up their properties, and just all the help that they gave, along with what neighbors and friends did too. As I drove around to our schools that night of the storm, it was amazing to see our schools were powered up and ready to go on regular time the next day. So I really appreciate the work of the city. I'm proud of our team that was out Wednesday night evaluating every school. Transportation was monitoring the roads some were closed. Facilities was monitoring power outages. They were also out late at night cleaning up sidewalks and getting broken trees out of the way. Particularly Mohawk Trails had the biggest hit for us. When I drove up to Mohawk Trails with all these trees broken, and a light pole was actually down back behind where where the playground is, the light was on. So the power never went out at Mohawk Trails. And so it was really, I really appreciate all of our team. And they didn't stop until they had the sidewalks cleared. And it was just the collaboration with the city, second to none. And the way we work with our team and their teams is just something special. Back there, we got Lieutenant back there. He and I were talking all night long, running to rides back and forth to all the different schools in the driving rain to try to figure out if we were going to be able to have school the next day. And we did. So that was observation number one. Observation number two was to see as many school board members that we had attend the National School Boards Association Conference. And, it was mentioned tonight, I think, that it's kind of a culture in Carmel Clay Schools to be the best at getting better. And the National Conference is a great way to learn and grow as a school board member, as well as taking the opportunity to meet and see what we have in common with board members across the country. And so I want to thank you for taking the time to go to that and your desire to grow as board members and as a team. And I was able to attend with the board, and it was some good quality experiences. I know you're going to be reporting on that probably at the next board meeting. And also, it really does kind of take you out of your bubble. I wanted to share one little story. As I was in one of the workshops, and a lady stood up, and she was the school board member from an Indian reservation, I believe in Arizona, and talking about the way they operate and the challenges they have, and I always thought, wow, that is absolutely amazing. And those are the kind of stories you get when you are able to go to those kind of opportunities to learn and grow. So I thought that was pretty special, and that is the rest of the story and ends my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I have a motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Thank you. May I have a second? Thank you. Meeting adjourned.